crying out loud, this is madness. The Chinese you're complaining about, who are in the villages, vandalizing, you are not there.
Why do you say things that you say?
Thinking is for free. Urbanization makes me sick to my stomach. Do
you pray?
To myself.
For yourself?
You're not following, young man.
I'm trying to follow.
Bullets works very fast.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Joshua Maponga. You are one person who have the audacity to say what you're saying.
You are fortunate because you're talking to me both as an African and also as a theologian. The very countries that I thought I would assist and work with, they laughed at me. And I think holding our government accountable is what is lacking. We've moved over into over-critiquing of government instead of how do we best support and work with.
What do you think we should do right as Africans to make our continent better?
We need to challenge the entire system. We cannot afford to have our lives threatened by civilization, when actually civilization is moving on the boundaries of barbarism. I mean, look at this whole LGBTQ, FG, HYZ, which was coming to, and we are watching this as Africans, and we're being told this is civilization. For crying out loud, this is madness.
I decided to visit Mr. Maponga. I wanted to ask him some questions concerning Africa. I did not want to specifically focus on a certain country like Zimbabwe or South Africa. Get me right, in this conversation, it was about Africa, how best we can improve, what are the challenges we are facing. So guys, if you're watching my videos for the first time, I'm kindly asking if you can subscribe and like the video. It really helps this channel. The goal is to reach 200,000 subscribers before the year end. So I'm kindly asking, like the video and subscribe. Please, 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 please. Award?
Yeah, just a few, even this. All these awards, all this. I got it from one of the British, the Royal Celebration, whatever, in Ghana. Wow.
Seems like it was done by a pen or something like that.
A pen, yes.
Are you selling them? Do you
No, I don't sell. I teach young people how to make them. You're young, man. You must take time to explore, learn, develop. And
so is there going to come a time that we see you moving to a farm in the rural areas?
Actually, maybe in your next program, I may invite you further down.
Please,
further down there, and you can.
I'll be happy.
And some indigenous clothes, some skins. I make some fashion also.
Very traditional.
And
so how's your day like?
I sleep, I work, I read, I write. My gift to you also.
Thank you. You wrote this?
I've written many books, young man. I've done about 15.
Guys, look at this. This is my gift.
Yeah, and if they want, if people on your page would want.
Wow. Signed by Mr. Maponga. So guys, this is my gift from Mr. Maponga. I'm so grateful and thank you so much for this.
Okay.
So is this
is where I actually, if in case the concept of land that we are talking about. Read the first sentence.
When the face is beautiful and the software is not working, the hardware between the legs suffer.
As the first statement in the book.
When the face is beautiful and the software is not working, the hardware between the legs suffers. Guys, there are
300 pages of mental torture. You read at your own risk.
That is why women don't like you. Now I know why. Are you married, Mr. Maponga?
No. Yes, I'm married.
Wow. You have a family?
Yeah, big family. Big family. Some of them here, some of them in South Africa, some of them in Britain.
In Britain?
Yeah. My kids are in London right now with their mother.
Do you sit
2 years.
Like more often?
The owners sit there.
What do you mean?
With time, I think I will sit a little bit later. I just said maybe once or twice, but otherwise, it's meant to be a sacred space.
Wow.
We are having a challenge of identity, and it's spilling over into our self-worth and values. There's nothing wrong being an African and loving being African. Later on, loving Africa. Who else and what else can I love if I can't love home?
What are we doing wrong as Africans?
You're not reading right. You're not playing more. You're not watching the moons. You're not celebrating your time. You're not spending time with old people. You're not cleaning your grandfather's graves. You're not visiting your forests. you are not living. You are trying to make a living.
We are not living, we are trying to make a living.
You spend all your time trying to make money
Yeah.
so that you can have a living.
Yeah.
But ultimately, when are you going to start living? When a person is living, what do? So you are preoccupied with employment and you're chasing for money to live, and you've forgotten to live.
I want to talk about the educational system that we have. You said that we are not reading right. When you're looking at the African education system, what do you have to say?
You don't have an education system. Maybe to start with, you don't have an education system. In all honesty, your sense of learning has nothing to do with yourselves. It has to do with learning others. So here is a child who goes to school and is being asked, when was Hitler born? Then you must remember that date. When was Napoleon born?
Yes.
Then you must remember the date. And when did Smith and Sister John Rhodes arrive in Zimbabwe? Then you must remember the date. Okay. Then you remember all those dates. You have 100 out of 100. Then I ask you, so your memorization of dates of birth of politicians around the world, you call that education? Can you convert that into food on the table? Is that edible?
No.
Yes. So when you say our education, which is William Shakespeare, which is Charles Dickens, which is history of Europe, which is the Bible knowledge, which is English literature, where are you in all these things that you call education? Where are you in all these books? You're absent, young man. So we say their education. It's not your education. It doesn't have you inside it.
I know the French Revolution like the back of my hand, but I barely know the history of Zambia. They're close by.
And why was it done like that? So that you can graduate and go there. Because now you know how they live. You know their history. You can easily integrate it with the European. That's why all of you young people immediately have money, and etc. Given an opportunity, you don't want to stay here. Education is actually a passport to running away from your own country and your own heritage. And as long as the educated people are running away, then the Chinese and the investors can come empty houses and dig and go. Where are the brains? They're all in America, in Massachusetts, in London, in Britain, Oxford. So you don't notice that the white man is actually robbing you as Africans. That they give you scholarships to all the top students in every country. And where do they take them to? And then they wonder, why is Africa being ruled by fools? Are
we still colonized, Mr. Maponga?
I should be asking you, are you free?
I don't know anymore.
Africa needs to change. This is theft at the highest order. Because at our age, we still suckle on the dummies of European lies. Your mother sells potatoes and onions and tomatoes to send you to school, literally, selling cows and goats, and 10, 15, 20 years later, then you go and do your masters, wherever you're doing your masters, then you send them £100 a month. But you cleaned up the coffers of the whole house, the whole family, to go there. So the American and the European governments are criminals. Because how do you benefit from the brains of the young people that you have not invested anything into? And you just come there and collect all the cream to yourselves. And then you wonder why Africa is not developing. Because those that have capacity and potential to develop are absent from the place of development. And even if they could develop, they don't know their resources and how to beneficiate them.
Because at the end of the day, we do have the resources here in Africa. We have everything.
We don't have everything. They have everything. They have everything. Then government policies are not making it easy either. Because now government policies are saying, if I can discover that I have gold on your farm, I will just come and dig. So the same colonial, looks like our governments have now become our new colonizers now. Because they don't recognize even ancestral land. When did the state start owning land? When land belongs to the kings. Show me one piece of paper where the state actually transacted to become the rightful owners of the land. Show me one piece of legislation. One. Even from your constitution. Show me where the people of any country voted and agreed that the state should now start owning the land, when actually the land belongs to the chiefs and the kings and the children.
Yes.
Now politics is moving right in front of our eyes, where states and colonial or post-colonial or neo-colonial governments have now assumed the same colonial chair, and they're assuming power over people, over properties, over mines, and over state. And some of them have actually converted national economies into private family businesses.
So you're saying that we're being colonized by our own people?
You tell me. Go to Shirugu, young man, your next program, go to Shirugu, Boterekwa, go to Shavane, go to Mberengwa, go to Mtare Christmas Pass, right here. I'm going to tell you what to go and see there. Just go and look and capture and have a conversation with the community around there and tell me that the people very soon will start fighting this very government. The same way we fought with Smith. If the government, particularly the Minister of Mines, they don't change their behavior, they're digging a big grave for the government. Because sooner or later, the poor people will eat the rich.
Do you believe in economic assassins?
I'm no longer into the Christian space where I can be asked what I believe. I know there's a big difference between someone who believes and someone who knows. Go and read for yourself the book entitled The Economic Hitman. You will find what you are saying well tabulated there. There is economic hitmen. They are political assassins. They are economic assassins. They are also medical assassins. They are Bill Gates and the rest of them. So it's a whole list of assassins where the African species is an endangered species because they need to reduce the population, reduce the brains, reduce capacity, because the less people we have and the more stupid the Africans are, the easier it is for the Western world to harvest our raw materials.
You're saying we're stupid.
Show me that you're intelligent. Show me that you're intelligent.
I feel like as Africans, the voices are suppressed. Only people like him have the audacity to come out and say what he's saying.
People are stupid because they are not calculating to see the amount of risk, potential, and capacity. By selling land to people, you're selling the future for your children. That's stupidity. That's stupidity. So we are giving this land to all these people that are none of us. So when children come, what will they have?
Nothing.
Now, to me, that's stupid. When you are stealing from your own clothes, you are a fool. When you put clothes on the line, and then you tiptoe and come and steal the clothes, because they are yours anyway, then that's madness, actually. It borders on mental, instability. Unika nubi dzako paraini, uzwa oba nebe hembe dzako. Tukutokukhipha uchiba hembe dzako. We only have one Africa to ourselves. And if we should start selling it, the question is, the next generation, when they come, what will they find?
Nothing.
So you tell me the kind of person like that, what would you call them? Maybe I used the wrong word. Stupid. Maybe give me a better word. I'm putting these systems together. We need to start stopping the exporting of raw materials from our lands. We need to stop it. All we care about are the young people who can begin to take responsibility over their own resources and hold the government accountable, where destruction of nature and habitat is happening. And the government and ministers are sitting with their arms folded, with some small little brown envelopes that are coming to their accounts every night, and small little cars that are coming to drop them some bribe money. And yet our future is being destroyed. Our own heritage, our lands, our rivers are being polluted. Trees are being cut. Boterekwa will remain as they used to be, a mountain over here. We're not worried about what Boterekwa is happening and what is being taken away. The question is, what is going to remain after we're gone? Are we even benefiting from the destruction? No. Are they friendly towards the waters? No. Are they friendly towards the birds? No. Are they friendly towards the animals? No. Are they friendly towards the people? No. So these policies are friendly towards who? Because the birds are crying, the fish are crying, the people are crying, the land is crying. So who is benefiting from this destruction?
After all what you said, what is the end result of Africa? It seems like instead of us improving, we are killing ourselves.
The end of Africa is found in a place called Kimberley. If we don't change our method of thinking. There's a place in Kimberley which is the biggest man-made hall in the world. The Kimberley Hall. Big hall. Now you must pay some $200 or so to go and see the hall. And then you ask yourself, so who did people dug it? So now you're going to pay to see a place where there used to be stuff. Diamonds used to be in that hall. Now it's a dumping site. The future of Africa is Johannesburg, where you have mountains and mountains of cyanide and dust and polluted rivers and etc. That's the future of Africa. The future of Africa is the destruction of our habitat, that even monkeys and baboons will have a better place to stay than human beings that are in town. Because the natural resources, if they're depleted, the quality of life cannot be better than its environment.
Traore, what do you think of him?
I'll be going to meet up with Tory in next month actually, with Chiwambori, Lumumba and myself. The Traore has opened up 1,000 IDs, national IDs, to the Americans who are returning home and given them citizenship. So being the elders in the continent, they've asked us to come and welcome them into Burkina Faso.
He's wise, huh?
It's wise, but again, even in the midst of that development, I want to put caution. I will meet up with him and I'll talk to him. The amount of development must not come at the expense of ecological intelligence.
What do you mean?
You cannot be taking graders and caterpillars and clearing bushes and forests and putting buildings after buildings and create another London. I lived there. You can't even drink water from the Thames. It's dirty. So while you are busy developing,
Yes.
be planting, be replenishing, be greening up, literally, so that your civilization does not end up eating into the quality of air, the quality of... These are the basic things that we all need in life. You don't need money. If you have dirty water, you don't need money. If you have poisoned food, you don't need money. If you have poisoned gas, you don't need money. You need clean elements that improve the quality of life. So if development starts tampering with the very three basic elements of life in itself, it can never be development. So I would like to go there. I was there last year. I'm going back there again this year. And I would love to see how they're reclaiming the deserts, so that while you're destroying trees this side and putting new roads and new buildings, the places which have been which have crouching deserts, we needed actually have a strong process of rebushing those and repositioning animals and other things. Because when we are done here, we're going to go back there again. And so we need to understand the cycle of life. Over millions of years, actually, it's believed in what they might call aquatic Sahara. Another piece of writing you must read. Aquatic Sahara, where they believe that Sahara used to be habited, but people cut off the trees and everything until it became a desert. Now Sahara is the biggest desert in Africa.
Used to be.
Yeah.
People used to stay there.
Yeah. Go and read. I gave you a document called
Yeah.
Aquatic Sahara. So now when you begin to walk around places like Chirezi, Bulawayo, sooner or later, these places start drying up, because water can only be retained when there are trees and there's grass, then moisture is maintained. But when you cut off all the vegetation, the water table goes down. It's a matter of time. Desertification is coming from Botswana at a rate of about 5.6% per year.
That is my first time hearing something like that.
So our government has not yet reached, our African governments, even in Zimbabwe only, has not yet reached what I might call the maturity of what even governance is all about, where the people that give you power to lead them, include them while you are leading them. Where families would come around together and each one of them would be represented well. The king was not allowed to talk. Only after everybody has spoken, then the wise men would drag the king to the side. People have said, people have said, people have said. And then he says to all of them, so what do you want? No, we want this, we think we can do it like this, it will be like this. He goes back and says, okay, do it like that. Then the people come back, the king has spoken. But the king said nothing. This is concept. The king was just a meeting place of ideas. I think holding our government accountable is what is lacking. We've moved over into critiquing of government instead of how do we best support and work with. Yes, criticize.
Yeah.
But what is good. And maybe many of the young people in Zimbabwe, that's where maybe they don't fully even understand how I work. Because one morning I wake up,
You don't take sides.
My picture is on the Facebook. I'm a bootlicker. I'm holding president's shoes.
Yeah.
And I'm licking his shoes. And the other morning I'm the biggest enemy of the state.
Yeah.
Because I'm criticizing the government. I said, no, you don't understand. Come and talk to me. Chakanaka. If the government gets Trababulas right, if the government puts a third road right, I don't have to critique and fight over non-existence of a road because the road is now there. Yes, those want to do finances and do nitty-gritties and find, was this a triple B project, was the government sponsored, was this private money, and how much money was it costing? I don't have those skills, so I stay with what I know. And the airport is that I fly from. But where I find Botereko are vandalized, I cannot say because the government got the road right. So even the destruction of Botereko is right again. No. What is right, we applaud. What is not happening right, we stand up and we stand up firm.
What do you think we should do right as Africans to make our continent better? Do you think that we're going to reach a time where they come to us and then we sell our minerals to them and we benefit? Do you think that time is going to come? Do you think that there's going to come a time where we have one Africa?
There's a book that I wrote, I don't think I have it on the shelf there, African Questions, African Solutions, which offers 7 pathways of how Africa can actually move from undermined, underdeveloped economy into a world-class economy. But on the question that you're asking, which zooms in more into economics, I would pick up the one currency idea, which I put in that book, which is backed up by one stock exchange, which is also backed up by the unfamiliar but the truthful, that paper money is fake and gold reserves are only one side of the coin. What you call stock exchange, underline that word, stock exchange.
Yeah.
Stock exchange is not gold exchange. Because basic common things that you need to educate the young people about is the knowing to exchange value for value. So when you ask me, will Africa ever reach that level? Yes, it will reach that level. When you as young people begin to think correctly, you stop running to town to go and sell second-hand clothes, live in your grandmother's house, which is sitting on top of a lithium mine, which you don't know, but you went to school. You can't even take samples of soil or rocks and walk up to the department and find out, but rather be hanging behind a taxi. Just like a sham, and shampoo all those people out of town here. Because the Chinese you're complaining about, who are in the villages, vandalizing, you are not there. The memory 10, 15. I'm going to get resistance. Ku village, what are boys? Machana kukhanya mishafi yedu yatemwe ednamatoke yedu. It can't happen. But you're not there. You're here in town, smoking Torino. Huh?
It's crazy.
This urbanization makes me sick to my stomach. Kumusha kunosara chembere. It's not life, man. It's not life. We can work, have some population working within the urban space. But you cannot tell me that 60% right now of all the country is moving into urban areas and 40% is remaining with the 80% of the land. And then we complain that the Chinese are vandalizing. But where are you?
We're here in town.
Then dig in your backyards then. And drink sewage water from Chibero, which is poisoned. This is from Israel. This is
from Israel.
This is incense. You can smell it. If you burn it,
is it a stone?
That's and when Jesus was born, they said they brought Mara-Rah, frankincense, and gold. This is the frankincense itself. If you have never touched it in your life.
Yeah, this is my first time. You went there.
Yeah, that's why I baptized myself in the River Jordan. And
you baptized yourself?
There's lots of things you don't know, young man.
Yeah.
And the other day I heard that gay people want to reproduce children and they want also to adopt children. I said, there's no problem if you want to adopt children. Just you homosexual gay guys go and sleep with the lesbians and make children there. And you are back again to ground number one, husband and wife. It's not chaotic. Don't come around and want to adopt my children from the heterosexual department so that I go and teach them your gayism. That's it. No. You are a gay man. She is a lesbian. Find each other, produce your children that side, and are we not back again to the same equation that we're running away from? When you understand things in this simplistic form, it cuts out all the frills of intellectualism, which confuses many young people out there. It gets very spacious and
It's nice.
This video is sponsored by We Build Homes. There is always going to come a time that when you are building back home, especially here in Zimbabwe and you are in the diaspora, you work with relatives and friends. But later on, you will find out that these people, when it comes to handling